ti počne.
And actually the rhythm of the match comparing to the one last night where I was set in a breakdown and was pretty much dominated by my opponent. Kecmanović was very solid. He was not missing much and he was really moving well. But generally I felt better than I did yesterday. Even though I was set in a breakdown, I still felt game-wise I took it up a level or two. So, you know, I believe that I'm going to get my chances. When they were presented, I used them. You know, he helped me a little bit. He made some unforced errors towards the end of the second to give me the break. But, you know, after that, it was a whole different story, you know. In the third, it was even, quite even, up to 3-all, and then I played the three best games of the entire match. So I'm very pleased to be able to finish the match in that style. And physically, I managed to push through again another 2.5-hour match. Very physical, a lot of rallies. But I'm happy with the way I'm feeling at the moment. I'm not too tired, so I think a one-day rest tomorrow will serve its purpose and allow me to be ready for Saturday.
Hi. Thank you. On court, you mentioned two words kind of stood out to me. One was experience and the other was muscles. I think you're kind of referring to muscle memory in a way, that some of these things kind of come automatically to you. And when it comes to experience, I was curious, like, how much of it is just years and years of experience and how much of it is the experience of literally 24 hours ago?
It's more than muscle memory. I was referring to I muscled it out, you know, and managed to physically just stay there with my opponent yesterday and today, and fight for every shot and every ball, and work physically to get into the position to have the momentum on my side. So that's what happened today, really. He was, as I said, set and a half. He was a better player. He was winning. He was dictating. Then, you know, a couple of good games from my side, maybe not so good from his side, and I managed to figure his game out a little bit. I thought he was playing on a high level. You know, both Jere and him, they improved a lot. So I'm happy as the Serbian compatriot, you know, to see them playing well and improving. It's good news for our tennis. But as I said, you know, experience, that was another word. I don't know how much it helped. It probably did to some extent, because I've found myself in this kind of situation so many times in my life, in my career, more than him. So, you know, probably mentally I kind of hung myself on that experience and used it to my advantage. But again, it was anybody's game, really, up to the last few games.
Hey, Novak. So I'm just curious about, you know, the kind of discipline that goes on into finding form after you've been out for a while away from the game. You're going to practice a lot on the practice courts, and then, you know, you're going to enter a tournament. Maybe you'll have early losses along the way. Can you just describe and take us through the process of, like, staying disciplined and then believing in the process and moving on with that?
Well, I can speak generally, but I can also, I think, speak from a perspective of 35-year-old, and, you know, which is different for 25-year-old or 15-year-old. You know, every stage when you're of your career, especially after playing for, you know, 20 years on the tour, has its differences, you know, in terms of how you approach things mentally. You know, my life has changed so much in the last 10 years, you know, and and my body as well. So I have to adjust to that, adapt, understand these changes, understand what I'm going through, and figure out the biology and of things, and constantly strategize, organize, and plan with my team. that is around me, that helps me to peak at the right time and to be able to compete with the young guys. I know that, for me, age is just a number. I sincerely feel younger than 35, but, of course, after so many years of playing, there is a certain degree of, I would say, adaptability that needs to go with the tour and with schedule. I'm not able, or I do not want to play a full schedule like I used to up to a few years ago. So I have to prioritize certain events, and I have to strategically approach preparation for those events where I want to peak. For example, now it's Roland Garros, right? So, of course, I don't want to lose any tournament. I want to win every match that I play on, and of course, that's the mentality. And when you have early losses and you haven't had too many matches, you feel, you feel strange because, I haven't had that much of those particular situations. I was lucky to really play consistently well throughout the entire career. And most of my trajectory in my career in terms of rankings was going, upwards, except one of the years when I had the injury, a surgery, and I was absent from the tour and I dropped in rankings, but I was, constantly there at the top of the men's game. So, of course, it's all these expectations from people around that they got used to seeing you at that level, for 10, 15 years, and they always expect you to be winning 99% of the matches, but that's obviously not possible. You have to accept the fact that you're going to lose, that you're not going to feel good, that it might take more time to get into the groove. And now, again, it depends on the surface. It depends on the time of the year. It depends on how you feel, what's going on with your body in your private life. There's so many different factors that affect the outcome that you see in the performance on the court. But the discipline that you were referring to needs to always be present, And before discipline, I would say it's commitment and devotion. If you're not committed and devoted, then you're not going to have as much discipline that is necessary. But even before that is obviously what drives you. Why are you playing? And for me, I try to always draw the strength from the love and passion for the game. And I choose to play. No one is forcing me to play. And I've done enough in my career that I can stop today. But I still feel motivated and inspired, and I love to play in front of people. Of course, here in Serbia, unique opportunity for me, and those kind of unique occasions feed me with good energy. So I love being here, and I love competing. In the end of the day, I also, as weird as it sounds, I love being devastated by losing big matches, because I know that then it means that I care about winning and being able to compete with the best players in the world. So, in terms of the level and quality of tennis, you have to trust the process. Prioritize, as I said, for me now things have been different in the last 5 years, but I'm pleased with the way my career is going at the moment.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Serbian, please, now. Start over there.
Novače, čestitke pre svega na današnjoj pobedi. Pomenuo si da si jako srećan zbog Lasla i Miomira i njihove forme, a oni su već godinama unazad pominjali koliko su se ugledali na tebe, kolika si im bio motivacija i koliko su ih neke tvoje reči upućene direktno njima motivisane. Možeš li onda koju reč više da kažeš o tome koliko si srećan što su i oni danas imali podršku veliku publike i što si upravo ti uticao na to najviše?
Pa mislim, nisam ja uticao na tu podršku, najviše su uticali oni. Oni su pre svega srpski teniseri, naravno, i drugo svojim rezultatima, svojim karakterom su zaslužili da imaju takvu podršku, atmosferu i doček kakav su imali. Ja im stvarno želim sve najbolje, njih sve gledam stvarno kao najbliže, jer često se viđamo, provodimo puno vremena po turnirima i trudio sam se da uvek budem na raspolaganju jednom i drugom i svim ostalim teniserima i teniserkama iz naše zemlje za šta god im treba, kakav god savet u tom trenutku je neophodan za njih, da li na terenu, van njega. Oni to znaju, ja im stalno pominjem da sam tu. Naravno, kad oni osete, znaju da su uvek otvorena vrata. Naravno, na terenu je to druga priča, jer iako je čudan osjećaj, opet to je protivnik moj, ja sam njegov i tu nema šta. To je striktno profesionalno u odnosu na to da li želiš ili ne želiš da pobediš meč. Naravno da to želimo, a opet poštovanje i uvažavanje jedno drugog ne izostaje. To se videlo i na terenu i juče i danas, mislim, ja ih stvarno volim jedno i drugog, drugari smo i sjajni su momci i napreduju i mnogo mi je drago zbog njih, stvarno. Igraju fantastično jedan i drugi. Kecmanović pogotovo u poslednje 3-4 meseca zaista pokazuje potencijal da ide do svetskog vrha, tako da opet današnjom igrom je pokazao da je na pravom putu.
Nove sve čestitke na ove dve važne pobede. Da li bi po toku ova dva meča protiv Lasla i protiv Miše napravio neku analogiju između mečeva sa Cicipasovim Musetijem na Roland Garrosu prošle godine i da li će se PTPA oglašavati povodom situacije sa ruskim i beloruskim igračima na Wimbledonu ili možda čak nešto uraditi zajedno sa ATP-em po tom pitanju? Hvala lepo.
Pa, može se porediti, ajde, tako da kažem, neki subjektivni osjećaj na terenu, iako je Grand Slam, naravno, u 3 dobijena seta i malo je drugačija situacija. Mada, eto, kažem, bio sam na rubu poraza i juče i danas. Oba puta protiv domaćih tenisera i u jednoj situaciji nezavidnoj, igrački gledano, ali sam uspeo nekako da pronađem način da pobedim i to mi se često puta u karijeri dešavalo, ali sam često i gubio meče, tako da mislim, tu nema pravila, ništa nije garancija, iako, kažem, to neko iskustvo i vera u sebe, uglavnom je pozitivno za čoveka i može mnoge dobre stvari da mu donese na terenu i van njega. Što se tiče PTPA-a, mi još nismo izneli stav, razgovaramo, ovo je još sveža vest od juče, tako da baš ovih dana imamo razgovore, pa ćemo vidjeti kako ćemo se postaviti. Video sam da je ATP dao saopštenje i da se ne slaže sa tom odlukom i drago mi je zbog toga, jer ja sam isto tog stava. What's up, B? Welcome.
Pa ništa, Noga, ja bih samo da Hačanova i Monteira malo prokomentarišeš za naredni meč. Imaćeš sutra dan odmora. Koga bi više voleo?
Pa mislim, meni je drago da stvarno, jer ipak poslednjih nekoliko dana je bilo dosta naporno, tako da drago mi je da imam dan odmora i da mogu se spremiti za to polufinale. Levoruki teniseri su uvek nezgodni, vrlo retko se trenira sa levorukim teniserima, tako da je to potpuno nekako drugačiji taktički pristup. Monteiro u ovim uslovima dobro igra, pobedio je 2 meča u kvalifikacijama i igrao dosta meča, tako da to ide u njegovu korist. Kačanov je, mislim, već ustaljen u prvih 20-15 na svetu, dugi niz godina, visok, snažan teniser koji voli da diktira, voli da bude agresivan. Izgubio sam bio od njega u finalu Bersija pre nekoliko godina, to mu je bila i najbolja sezona, imao je on oscilacije, ali u suštini vidim, trenirali smo pre neki dani, dosta je čvrst, dosta dobro igra, dobro se osjeća i nema šta tu, on je već iskusan igrač, ima onako prodoran, snažan servis i voli da, kažem, stoji blizu linije. Ja znam šta mi je činiti, neću da naravno otkrivam tajne taktike, ni za jednog ni za drugog igrača, ali poznajem ih, bolje poznajem Kačanova nego Montira, a u svakom slučaju uzdam se u podršku sa tribina i nadam se novom triumfu.
Last question, please. Go.
Nole, s obzirom na Lacijevu i Mišinu formu, svima nam je žao što na ovako jakom turniru nije bilo šanse nikakve da imamo trojicu polufinalista, ali da li ti misliš da su ti baš ta dva protivnika i meča trebali kako bi mogao da uzdigneš formu, da budeš maksimum za 5 nedelja?
Da, mislim da su ove dve pobede izuzetno značajne za mene, za moju formu, za neki opšti osjećaj na terenu, kako igrački, tako i fizički. Nije moglo da se desi bolje, kako kažem, scenario da sam mogao da napišem, nije moglo da se desi bolje. Dug meč juče, 1-2 poena od poraza, preokrenuo sam to 3,5 sata, danas 2,5 sata sa momcima koji su u formi, tako da to mi je baš trebalo, jer kažem, jako malo mečeva sam imao ove godine, tražim svoju formu, tražim svoju igru, nije još to onako kako treba i kako će biti, nadam se, ali svakim danom je bolje i to je ono što je bitno. Can ask one more. Yeah. Samo mikrofon.
Imaš priliku da se vidiš sa Pilićem ovde posle meča. Kakav je osjećaj biti sa bivšim trenerom nekako?
Pa, Niko je moj teniski otac, to sam spominjao mnogo puta, tako da mi je izuzetno zadovoljstvo videti ga, nismo se videli nekoliko godina, tako da mi je jako drago što je ovde došao sa svojom suprugom. On se čovjek ne menja, on ne stari, stvarno je već 20 godina unazad, kaže da igra 3 sata dnevno, ima 83 godine, stvarno ne bi mu ni blizu toliko dao. On je riznica znanja, iskustva, kada je u pitanju ovaj sport, čovek koji je meni mnogo pomogao, kao i njegova supruga, prihvatili su me kao njihovog sina kada sam imao 12 godina u njihovoj akademiji u Minhenu i to im nikada neću zaboraviti. Moja porodica, moji roditelji gledaju njih kao najdraže i najmilije i najbliže i stvarno svaki put kad ga vidim nekako mi se probude sećanja na to vreme koje sam proveo. To su ključne godine u mom razvoju kao tenisera. Između 12. i 16. godine sam proveo puno vremena u njegovoj akademiji i mnogo naučio od njega. Tako da on je i čovek koji je puno pomogao srpskom sportu i tenisu. Dakle, dok je on bio u timu, mi smo osvojili jedinu Davis Cup titulu, tako da je jako blizak i sa Viktorom i Ikom i tom šampionskom ekipom. Hvala puno.
Thank you everyone for your time.